Are you tired of feeling stuck? Do you wake up each day knowing you could be doing more, but find yourself overwhelmed by doubt, fear, or simply the weight of your own mind? What if you could change that right now, today? What if you could finally break free from the cycle of uncertainty and self-doubt? Let me tell you something. The power to change your life is already within you. It's not something you have to wait for. It's something you can begin right now, in this very moment. Today we're diving deep into the truth that can change everything for you. I'm here to show you that the power to take control of your life is not out of your reach. It's in your mind, your choices, and your actions. This isn't some feel-good speech that fades away in an hour. This is the start of something real, something tangible. You're about to learn how to take charge of your mindset, your habits, and your future. Stick with me and let's unlock your potential. Now let's talk about how you can master your life starting right now. What does taking control really mean? Control, it's a word we hear often, but what does it really mean when we apply it to our lives? Taking control is more than just making decisions. It's about owning your life. It's about creating the life you want, not just reacting to it. Too many of us let life push us around. We let the circumstances we're born into, the struggles we face, and even our past failures dictate who we are and what we can achieve. But here's the thing, you don't have to let life just happen to you. You can take action, shift your mindset, and start shaping the direction of your life. The first step to taking control is understanding that you have the power to change your reality, regardless of the obstacles that may be standing in your way. When you understand that control starts with you, that's when real transformation begins. Far too many people walk around thinking that life just happens to them. They go through the motions, reacting to whatever comes their way. The victim mentality keeps people stuck. It's that voice in your head that says, I can't do this, or this is just how things are for me. But here's the truth. You are not a victim of your circumstance. The moment you decide to take responsibility for your life is the moment you start to break free from this prison of passivity. Shift from waiting for things to change to making things change. The power is in your hands. The moment you take ownership, you stop being a passenger in your own life and become the driver. You no longer sit back waiting for a miracle. You make the miracle happen. If you want to take control of your life, you must first own your actions. Accountability is key. Too many people look for excuses. They blame others, their situations, or even their past mistakes. But if you're not accountable for your actions, you're not in control. Let me give you an example. You are responsible for the results in your life. Whether it's a financial situation, your health, or your career, the moment you stop blaming and start taking full accountability for your choices, you take your power back. Yes, it can be hard. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but this is where the change begins. Life is unpredictable, but how you respond to it is 100% up to you. Every time something goes wrong, you have a choice: react negatively or take control and adjust. Instead of blaming your circumstances, ask yourself, what can I do about this? Taking responsibility is not about being perfect, it's about owning your choices, both good and bad. When you start taking responsibility for both your actions and reactions, you'll find that things don't control you anymore, you control them. And that's the real power in life, the ability to choose your response. Let's take a moment to reflect. Think about one area of your life where you feel powerless. What's something you could take control of today? Maybe it's your attitude toward a difficult situation. Maybe it's your health or your work habits. The key is to identify one thing you can change right now and start acting on it. The smallest action can be the beginning of a massive shift. Start now. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have everything together while others struggle no matter how hard they try? It's not just luck, it's mindset. Your mindset determines how you see the world, how you respond to challenges, and how you approach success. If you believe that you can succeed, you will, but if you believe that you can't, you won't. Go back to that book. Your mindset shapes your reality. When you believe that growth is possible, you will find a way to make it happen. But when you believe that things are fixed and out of your control, you'll always feel stuck. Your mindset is the foundation on which everything else is built. A fixed mindset says, I can't do this, or I'll never be good enough. It limits you. But a growth mindset says, I may not be there yet, but I can get better. A growth mindset opens up a world of possibilities. It allows you to fail, learn, and grow instead of staying stuck in your comfort zone. This shift is essential for taking control of your life. If you don't believe growth is possible, you'll never put in the effort. But when you realize that every challenge is an opportunity to grow, everything changes. We all struggle with self-doubt. It's natural. But here's the truth. Self-doubt is not your enemy. It's a signal. It's telling you that you're pushing yourself to grow. Instead of letting self-doubt hold you back, use it as motivation. The next time you feel doubt creeping in, ask yourself, what's one small action I can take to prove to myself that I'm capable? Start small and watch your confidence grow as you prove yourself wrong. Motivation is like a spark. It can light a fire, but it doesn't last. Consistency is what keeps that fire burning. If you rely solely on motivation, you will always find yourself starting and stopping. But when you make consistency your goal, you create lasting change. The key is to create habits that stick even when motivation fades. Your daily actions are the blueprint for your success. Design a routine that supports your goals and then commit to it every day. A positive mindset doesn't happen overnight, but with the right tools, you can begin shifting your thinking. Affirmations, visualization, and reframing are powerful techniques. Rewire your thoughts so that they support your goals instead of hindering them. Every time you think, I can't do this, reframe it as, how can I do this? Set yourself up for success by actively changing the way you think. It's not just about believing in yourself, it's about training your mind to support your success. Emotions are powerful. They can lift us up or drag us down. But here's the secret, your emotions are your energy. They have the power to fuel your actions or sabotage them. When you understand this, you can start using your emotions to drive you toward your goals rather than letting them hold you back. Emotions like anger, fear, and frustration are often seen as negative, but when channeled properly, they can become your greatest source of energy. Think of them like fuel for your journey. It's up to you to decide whether that fuel will propel you forward or burn you out. Recognizing emotional triggers before they take control. Have you ever reacted impulsively only to regret it later? That's because you weren't in control of your emotions. Emotional triggers are powerful, but when you recognize them, you can regain control. Learn to identify your emotional triggers before they take over. When you feel a trigger coming on, take a step back, breathe, and then decide how you want to respond. Don't let your emotions control you. You have the power to control them, and with practice, you'll get better at recognizing and managing them in real time. Building emotional resilience, the key to overcoming life's obstacles. Life throws challenges at us. That's a given, but what sets successful people apart is their ability to bounce back. Emotional resilience is the ability to stay grounded even when life gets tough. It's about building mental toughness and refusing to let setbacks define you. When you build emotional resilience, you can face any obstacle with confidence. You understand that setbacks are just temporary roadblocks, not permanent failures. Resilience is the key to getting back up, no matter how many times life knocks you down. Are you tired of feeling stuck, waiting for something to change? Have you ever wondered why life seems to happen to you instead of you taking charge? What if you could flip the script today? In this session, we're diving into powerful principles that will show you how to take control of your life. It's not just about motivation. This is about real, lasting change that you can create. The truth is, the power to shift your life is already in your hands. All it takes is a change in how you think, how you act, and how you respond to challenges. You're about to learn practical steps to break through the barriers that have been holding you back. This isn't about feeling good for a moment, it's about changing your entire mindset and taking action that leads to tangible results. This is your moment. Stick with me because this could be the moment you've been waiting for. Let's unlock your true potential and master your life starting now. Control isn't about manipulating life, it's about mastering how you respond to the challenges life throws at you. It's about having the ability to choose how you react, how you move forward, and how you shape your circumstances. The difference between being reactive and proactive is where real power lies. When life knocks you down, will you stay down or will you rise, stronger and more determined? This is what control truly means. It's not about forcing life to bend to your will, but about taking charge of your responses to whatever comes your way. And here's the truth. Control is a mindset, not a situation. It's not about having all the answers or never facing setbacks. It's about your willingness to take ownership of your life. Whether you're struggling in your career, relationships, or personal growth, the first step is realizing that control comes from how you choose to react to these situations. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest obstacles that keeps so many people stuck, the myth of life happens to me, the victim mentality. You've probably thought it yourself at some point, why me, or why why does this always happen to me? This mindset locks you into a passive role, and it prevents you from taking the steps needed to regain control. If you believe that life is simply happening to you, you'll stay stuck in the same place, waiting for someone or something to change. But real power comes when you stop asking, why me, and start asking, what can I do about it? The shift is not easy, but it's necessary. When you start to realize that you are the creator of your reality, that's when your life begins to change. No one can control the events that unfold around you, but you have complete control over how you respond to them. You don't have to let your circumstances define you. It's time to stop waiting for life to get easier and start making the changes you need to move forward. Think about it. Circumstances don't define you unless you let them. A person's life isn't determined by what happens to them, but by how they choose to handle what happens. It's your reactions to these challenges that set the course of your life. Here's an example. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential people in the world today, was born into poverty, faced severe trauma, and encountered countless obstacles. But she refused to let those circumstances control her life. She took responsibility for her life, her choices, and her future, and because of that, she changed the world. She didn't let her circumstances control her. She chose how to react, and that's why she succeeded. The first step toward regaining control is accountability. That means owning your actions, your choices, and your reactions. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you absolutely can control how you respond. So let me ask you, where are you avoiding accountability in your life? Are there areas where you're blaming others or external circumstances for the results you're getting? Real control starts when you stop pointing fingers and look inward instead. It's tough, it's uncomfortable, but it's the only way forward. When you start taking responsibility for your actions, you empower yourself to make lasting change. No one can make you take control except you, and it starts now. Now, let's take a moment for self-reflection. Grab a pen and paper and ask yourself, where can I start taking ownership today? What are the areas of my life where I've been avoiding accountability? Write it down and be honest with yourself, because this exercise is the beginning of taking back control. The more you reflect, the clearer your path will become. Remember, you have the power to create your reality. It all begins with how you take control of your mindset, your actions, and your reactions. Own your life and watch how everything begins to change. Are you tired of feeling stuck, waiting for something to change? Have you ever asked yourself, why is life happening to me instead of me taking charge? What if today could be the day you make that change? This is your moment. You have the power to take control of your life right now. In this session, we'll uncover key principles to help you shift from being a passive observer to an active creator of your future. This is not just about motivation that fades. This is about learning real, actionable strategies that will guide you to lasting change and measurable success. The power is in your hands, and it starts with how you think and how you act. Stick with me, because this will mark the start of your greatest transformation. Let's dive in and take control of your life. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world. It's the starting point for everything you do and the ultimate driver of your success or failure. Imagine putting on a pair of glasses that filter everything you see. If those glasses are cloudy, you'll struggle to see clearly, and it'll be harder to navigate life. But if your mindset is clear, you'll see opportunities where others see obstacles, solutions where others see problems. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems, said James Clear. Let me tell you something, this is a game changer. Your mindset is the foundation upon which your goals are built. If your mindset is weak or stuck in a fixed way of thinking, your ability to take control of your life will be limited. But when you adopt the right mindset, everything changes. The difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset is everything. A fixed mindset believes that intelligence and ability are set in stone, that you either have what it takes or you don't. A growth mindset, on the other hand, believes that your abilities can be developed over time through effort and learning. A fixed mindset keeps you in your comfort zone, afraid to fail. A growth mindset pushes you to step up, learn from mistakes, and keep going. If you're serious about taking control of your life, adopting a growth mindset is non-negotiable. Without it, you'll always be stuck in the same place. With it, your potential is limitless. But there's a major obstacle that gets in the way of our mindset: self-doubt. Self-doubt is the silent killer of progress. It whispers in your ear, "You're not good enough. You'll never make it. This isn't for you." It paralyzes you before you even take action. But here's the truth, those doubts are just stories you've been telling yourself. They are not facts. They are not truths about who you are. They are just narratives that have been formed over time, and they can be rewritten. The key to breaking through self-doubt is learning how to speak to yourself differently. Instead of focusing on everything that could go wrong, focus on what you've already achieved and the steps you can take to move forward. Reprogram your internal dialogue to say things like, I am capable, I have the power to change my life, and I will keep going no matter what. When you transform your self-talk, you transform your belief in yourself. Self-doubt no longer has power over you. It's time to step into the version of yourself that is unstoppable. Now let's talk about consistency. Consistency is the foundation of control. You cannot rely on bursts of motivation to carry you through. Motivation is like a spark. It's powerful for a moment, but it fades. If you rely on it, you'll constantly be starting over. Instead, you need consistency. Small daily actions compound into massive results. These small actions may seem insignificant at first, but over time, they will add up to something extraordinary. It's the difference between setting a big, overwhelming goal and breaking it down into simple, manageable steps. The secret to lasting success isn't about having one huge breakthrough. It's about showing up day in and day out to do the work. It's the small habits that will make all the difference. And here's the truth, habits will shape your future more than resolutions ever will. If you want to take control of your life, you need to focus on building the right habits. Your habits are the blueprint for your future. They determine the course of your life. It starts with understanding that your daily habits are the foundation for everything you want to achieve. Whether you want to get healthier, improve your career, or build stronger relationships, it starts with the small things you do every day. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Focus on one habit at a time, whether it's waking up earlier, reading for 20 minutes a day, or exercising for 10 minutes. Over time, these small actions will build momentum and lead to real change. Let's be clear, mastering your habits is the key to taking control of your life. The path you're walking right now is shaped by the habits you've already built. If you don't like where you are, change your habits and you'll change your life. It's that simple. Finally, let's talk about practical steps to strengthen your mindset. First, start your day with affirmations. Speak positivity into your life before you even get out of bed. Tell yourself that today is going to be a great day and that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with will either lift you up or drag you down. Choose to be around those who support your goals and encourage your growth. Create a mental environment where success thrives. Filter out negativity and self-doubt. When you encounter negativity either from others or from within, challenge it. Replace those thoughts with positive affirmations, new beliefs, and empowering stories, and don't forget the power of gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you already have. It helps you see opportunities instead of obstacles. Start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. This simple practice will change your mindset and help you attract even more success into your life. Taking control of your life starts with your mindset. Change how you think and you change your life. Start today and watch as your new mindset opens doors you never thought possible. Are you ready to stop feeling like life is happening to you and start taking charge of your own destiny? Every day, many of us wake up feeling overwhelmed, lost, or unsure of what comes next. What if I told you that today could be the day you finally take control? This is not just another motivational speech. Today, we're diving deep into powerful, actionable strategies that will help you take full control over your emotions, your mindset, and your future. This is the moment that will change everything for you. No more waiting for the right time. The time is now, and I'm going to show you exactly how to shift your thinking and actions to transform your life. Stick with me and let's unlock the power of your emotions, your mindset, and your actions. Let's get started on the path to you becoming the person you were always meant to be. Emotions are not just feelings. They are your personal energy source. Whether you realize it or not, your emotions are the fuel behind everything you do. They can either propel you forward or they can keep you stuck. The power of emotions lies not in feeling them, but in how you control them. Let me tell you something. If you don't master your emotions, they will master you. When emotions are in control, you're at their mercy. One bad day, one argument, one setback, and suddenly your whole world is turned upside down. But when you control your emotions, you control your energy, you take back your power. Emotions are powerful because they drive action. The energy behind your emotions fuels your behavior, whether it's positive or negative. Think about it. When you're angry, you might lash out, or you might use that energy to get things done. When you're sad, you may shut down, or you could channel that sadness into something productive, like writing, creating, or helping others. The difference is how you choose to use that, and emotions are your personal energy source. The question is, what will you do with that energy? The first step in mastering your emotions is identifying what triggers them. It's impossible to control something if you don't understand it. You can't control a wildfire unless you know where the spark is coming from. Emotional triggers are situations, people, or events that cause an immediate, often intense emotional reaction. Maybe it's someone cutting you off in traffic, a harsh word from a friend, or a mistake you made at work. These triggers don't always happen at the most convenient times, but they will always happen. The question is, how will you respond? Being self-aware is key. You need to tune in to your emotions before they take over. The next time you feel a surge of anger, frustration, or fear, stop for a second. Ask yourself, what just triggered me? Why do I feel this way? By identifying your triggers, you can interrupt the pattern before it takes over your actions. Real-life examples are everywhere. Perhaps you've had an argument with a loved one, and afterward you spent hours or even days ruminating on what was said. Or maybe a minor setback at work led to a complete loss of confidence. These emotional triggers can dictate your life unless you learn to identify and diffuse them before they get the chance to control you. So how do you do this? The first step is awareness. Get in touch with your emotions and don't suppress them. Acknowledge only then can you take the next step, control. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, challenges, and tough times. It's the ability to stay grounded even when everything around you feels chaotic. Without emotional resilience, life can feel like a constant roller coaster. But with it, you gain the strength to endure, grow, and thrive. Why is emotional resilience so crucial? Because life is unpredictable. It's not a matter of if you'll face difficulties, but when. And when those tough moments hit, it's resilience that will keep you going. Without it, setbacks can derail you for days, weeks, or even months. With it, you can use those same setbacks as stepping stones toward your next victory. Building emotional resilience is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a muscle that you have to work on every single day. One of the most effective ways to build resilience is through mindfulness and meditation. These practices allow you to stay centered even when things feel out of control. Gratitude is another powerful tool. When you focus on what's going right instead of what's going wrong, you build emotional strength. Turning setbacks into comebacks is not a myth. Many people have transformed their lives by bouncing back stronger after life knocked them down. The secret? They didn't let their emotions control them. They took charge and used their emotions to fuel their comeback. Let me tell you something, negative emotions are not the enemy. Feelings like frustration, anger, and fear are natural. What matters is what you do with them. I know it's easy to think of negative emotions as something to avoid, but here's the truth. They can be your fuel. Anger, frustration, fear, they all have energy, and that energy can be used to drive you forward. The trick is reframing your negative emotions so that they work for you, not against you. For example, let's talk about frustration. When you're frustrated, you have two options. You can give up and let that frustration spiral into negativity, or you can use it as motivation. Reframe frustration as a sign that you're pushing yourself, that you're moving forward. Use that energy to keep going, to find a solution, to keep fighting. Anger can be one of the most powerful emotions to channel. While it can be destructive if left unchecked, anger can also be the catalyst for change. It's the fuel that makes you act when nothing else will. If you're angry about something in your life, whether it's your job, your health, or a relationship, it's time to use that anger to make a change. Anger can drive you to take action when everything else feels stagnant. The key to emotional mastery is reframing your emotions. Negative emotions are not signs that you should stop. They are signals that you need to move forward. Fear, for example, is often seen as something to run away from, but in reality, fear is a sign that you're on the edge of something new, something powerful. It's not a reason to quit. It's a reason to push ahead. The same goes for any negative emotion. Frustration is a sign that you care, that you're invested. Anger is a sign that something is wrong and you have the power to fix it. When you shift your perspective, you start using emotions to your advantage instead of being controlled by them. Instead of focusing on the problems, focus on the solutions. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to improve this situation? The more you practice this mindset, the more control you'll have over your emotions and your life. Every emotion, whether positive or negative, becomes an opportunity to learn, grow, and take action. Reframing negative emotions is not just a mindset shift, it's a game changer. When you can turn every emotion into fuel for your success, nothing can stop you. Mastering your emotions means mastering your energy. It's about recognizing the power that lies within you and taking control of how you respond. Use your emotions to fuel your growth. Reframe them to push you toward your goals. Once you do, you will find yourself in control of your life, your actions, and your future. Do you feel like you're constantly pushing against an invisible wall, like you're capable of so much more, but something is holding you back? Today, you're going to break free from those limitations and unlock the true power of your habits, mindset, and emotions. This isn't a feel-good moment that fades in an hour. This is the beginning of lasting change. You're about to learn the tools and strategies that will help you build the life you want, brick by brick. It's time to stop waiting for things to change and start making them change, starting now. In this session, you'll discover how mastering your habits and controlling your emotions can set you on a path to real success. Stick with me. Let's dive in, and together we'll unlock the blueprint for your most successful, fulfilled life. Let me ask you this. How many times have you thought, I'll start tomorrow? We all do it, but here's the truth. Success is built in the small moments. Habits, those daily routines and actions, are the backbone of every success story. The things you do each day, no matter how small they seem, accumulate over time and shape the person you will become. Your habits are like roots. They determine how high and how strong you'll grow. Imagine a tree without deep roots. It's fragile, easily knocked over. But a tree with strong established roots, it stands tall, weathering any storm that comes its way. That's what your habits do for you. They give you stability and strength. Every choice you make today shapes tomorrow. It's not about taking huge leaps. It's about the consistent, deliberate actions that stack up over time. Your habits, even the small ones, create your future. If you're not investing in your habits today, you're not investing in your success tomorrow. I'll tell you this, daily habits are non-negotiable for anyone who's serious about achieving success. It doesn't matter how much talent you have or how much knowledge you've acquired. What matters is what you do every single day. If you're not consistently taking action, success will always be a distant dream. Now, I want you to understand something critical. The magic lies in small, consistent changes over time. It's the tiny decisions you make today that compound and lead to massive shifts down the line. Think about it. If you decided to read just 10 pages of a book each day, that's 3,650 pages in a year. You might think, that's not much, but over time, those small actions lead to a wealth of knowledge and growth. The same applies to your goals. Small, consistent actions, repeated day after day, lead to the big results you're chasing. The mistake many people make is waiting for that big moment, that perfect time to make a change. But real success doesn't work like that. It's the everyday habits that lead to massive transformations. If you're waiting for the stars to align, you're wasting time. Start small right now. Maybe it's waking up 10 minutes earlier. Maybe it's swapping junk food for a healthy snack. Maybe it's setting aside time to plan your day. The key is that those small adjustments, when made consistently, will change everything. And before you know it, those little actions will have led to big, life-changing results. Let's talk about the habits that are holding you back, the ones you don't want to face. Procrastination, poor diet, lack of exercise, negative thinking. These habits don't just weigh you down, they keep you from moving forward. The first step in overcoming them is recognizing what's really going on. Procrastination isn't laziness, it's fear of failure. Poor diet and lack of exercise aren't just about eating badly or not working out. They're about a mindset that says, I don't deserve to feel good, or it's too hard. Breaking bad habits is tough, it's a fact. The science behind habit formation shows that habits form in the brain and become ingrained over time. The longer we repeat a behavior, the harder it becomes to change. But here's the good news. It's not impossible. You have the power to break free from these habits. Start by identifying the habits that are sabotaging your success. Procrastination is a killer. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of inaction. But you can break it. Set small, manageable goals and commit to them. Eliminate distractions and hold yourself accountable. For bad eating habits, start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Focus on one change: a healthier snack, drinking more water, eating a vegetable with every meal. The small steps add up. Breaking bad habits isn't easy, but it's worth it. You can make lasting changes one step at a time. Success doesn't just happen, it's created one action at a time, and one of the most important actions you can take is controlling your routine. Your morning sets the tone for the entire day. How you start your day determines how productive, focused, and successful you'll be. The first hour of your day is critical. This is your opportunity to take control, not let the day control you. Wake up early. Prioritize your most important tasks. Use that time to invest in yourself, whether it's exercise, meditation, or goal setting. When you own your mornings, you own your day. And your evening routine matters just as much. Your night should set you up for the next day. Take time to reflect on your wins, your lessons, and your plans for tomorrow. That preparation helps you hit the ground running when the sun rises. To optimize your schedule for peak performance, focus on your most productive hours. We all have times of the day when we're at our best. Whether it's early morning or late at night, schedule your most important tasks during those hours. This is where you make the real magic happen. If you're trying to build habits on your own, you're setting yourself up for a tough road. The truth is, we all need accountability. It's too easy to fall off track when we don't have someone holding us to our word. Accountability partners or groups can keep you on track even when your motivation wanes. When you have someone to check in with, to share your progress with, it pushes you to keep going. It's no longer just about you. It's about your commitment to others too. Another secret to building lasting habits is public commitment. When you announce your goals to the world, it increases the pressure to follow through. The fear of letting others down can be the motivation you need to stay consistent even when things get tough. So don't go it alone. Find someone to keep you accountable, whether it's a friend, a colleague, or an online group. Surround yourself with people who will help you stay on track. The power of accountability is immense. It can be the difference between staying stuck and achieving your dreams. Building habits for success isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about making small changes every single day and sticking with them. By controlling your habits, you control your future. Success is built step by step, habit by habit, and the time to start is right now. Do you feel like fear and doubt are holding you back from the life you deserve? What if you could finally break through those barriers today? Stop waiting for things to change and start creating the life you've always dreamed of. This isn't just about getting motivated for a few minutes and then letting it fade away. This is about real, actionable change. In the next few minutes, I'll show you strategies that will help you face fear head on, overcome doubt, and take control of your destiny. This is about turning your fear into fuel, not letting it control you. It's time to stop letting fear and uncertainty dictate your life. The moment to take action is right now. This is your opportunity to stop waiting and start doing. Stick with me. What you're about to learn will challenge you, push you, and give you the tools to break through every obstacle in your way. Get ready to finally take control and start living the life you've always imagined. Let me tell you something, you'll never be in control of your life if fear is in control of you. Fear holds you back from taking action. It stops you from moving forward and keeps you stuck. Fear decides what you can and cannot do, and when you let it make those decisions, you give up control of your future. Think about it. How many times has fear told you that you weren't good enough? or that you shouldn't even try. Fear's job is to keep you in your comfort zone. It's always there, whispering in your ear, trying to convince you that it's safer to stay where you are, even if where you are isn't where you want to be. But here's the truth. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. If you want success, happiness, freedom, or anything else that's worth having, you're going to have to face fear head on. Fear often pops up when you're on the verge of something big, when you're about to break through and achieve something extraordinary. Fear doesn't show up when you're playing small. It shows up when you're stretching yourself, when you're growing, when you're about to step into a new version of yourself. And that's when you need to look fear in the eye and say, I'm doing this anyway. Fear isn't some random feeling. It's got a root, a source, and understanding that source is key to overcoming it. Fear often arises from the unknown, the things you can't predict or control. We fear what we don't understand. That's why taking the leap into the unknown feels so scary. But here's something you need to realize. Fear isn't here to hurt you. Fear is trying to keep you safe. It's trying to protect you from pain, from failure, from rejection. But in doing so, fear is keeping you small. Fear preys on your insecurities. It tells you you're not good enough, not ready enough, not worthy enough. But here's the shift in perspective that will change everything. Fear is a guide, not a barrier. When you feel fear, it's not a sign to stop. It's a sign that you're pushing the limits of your comfort zone, that you're stepping into new territory. Fear of the unknown is exactly what you need to move beyond. And moving beyond is where growth happens. So the next time fear knocks on your door, don't run, open it, step through it. The unknown is where your future lives. And fear is just a sign that you're headed in the right direction. You know what the biggest mistake you can make is? Waiting for fear to disappear before taking action. Let me be clear, fear will never fully go away. It's not about eliminating fear, it's about learning to act in spite of it. The longer you wait, the stronger fear becomes. The more you delay, the more your mind convinces you that you're not ready. But here's the key. Take action before fear paralyzes you. There's a simple technique I want to share with you, and it's called the 5-second rule. The moment you feel fear or doubt creeping in, don't wait. Count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then take action. Don't give your mind a chance to talk you out of it. Taking action before fear takes over is your most powerful weapon. Every time you take a step forward, even when you're scared, you break the grip fear has on you. Fear shrinks when you face it head on with action. So when fear shows up, don't retreat, move toward it. Let's talk about something else that fear tries to convince you to avoid: failure. Fear thrives on the idea that you need to be perfect, that you can't make mistakes. But here's the truth: failure is not your enemy. Failure is your teacher. You need to start embracing failure. Every time you fail, you learn something. Every failure brings you one step closer to success. Failing forward means you're not letting setbacks stop you. You're using them to grow. When you make mistakes, don't let them discourage you. Learn from them. Use them as lessons that push you forward. Perfection isn't the goal, progress is. Every failure is a small step toward your ultimate success. So, fail, learn, and keep moving forward. That's the path to greatness. Now, let's address another thing that's bound to show up as you push forward: doubt. When you start doing something new, when you step out of your comfort zone, doubt will creep in. But here's the thing: doubt is a sign of growth, not defeat. When you doubt yourself, it means you're stretching your limits. You're pushing yourself beyond where you've been before. And that's where growth happens. The truth is, doubt is going to show up every time you challenge yourself. It's not a sign to quit. It's a sign that you're moving in the right direction. The key is to recognize the difference between constructive doubt and crippling self-doubt. Constructive doubt is when you're questioning your actions because you care, because you want to improve. But self-doubt is when you're questioning your worth, your abilities, and your potential. When self-doubt strikes, it's time to push forward anyway. Say, I'm not sure, but I'm doing it anyway. Let doubt drive you. Let it push you to be better, to act despite your uncertainty. And each time you do, you'll grow stronger, braver, and more confident. Fear and doubt are powerful forces, but they don't have to control you. When you recognize them, face them, and take action in spite of them, you'll break free from their grip. It's time to take control. The life you want is on the other side of fear and doubt, so go get it. Are you tired of feeling stuck, waiting for change that never seems to come? What if today could be the day you stop waiting and start acting? What if right now you could take the first step toward the life you've always dreamed of? In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you real, actionable strategies that will help you stop procrastinating, stop doubting yourself, and start taking control. These steps won't just motivate you, they'll give you the tools you need to create lasting change in your life. This isn't about fleeting motivation that fades as soon as the next distraction comes along. This is about creating habits and routines that will empower you day in and day out to move closer to your goals. The power to transform your life is in your hands, and today is the day you begin. Stay with me, because the next few minutes could be the most important of your life. What you're about to hear might just be the spark that leads to your greatest transformation. Listen closely. Action is the key to control. Without action, your dreams remain just that, dreams. But when you take consistent, deliberate steps every single day, those dreams become reality. It's easy to feel motivated for a few minutes. We've all been there, feeling fired up, excited, ready to tackle the world. But motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. Action, on the other hand, is what gets results. When you take action, you are creating control. You are making decisions that push you forward. Even when you're tired, unsure, or overwhelmed, action is what cuts through the doubt. It's the one thing that bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Let me tell you this, every small action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. You have to act, even when it feels hard, even when you don't feel like it, because control is created in the moments when you decide to act despite the obstacles. Now let's talk about vision. Dreaming big is easy. We all have dreams of success, freedom, happiness, whatever it may be. But dreaming alone won't get you there. The real challenge is turning that vision into a clear, actionable plan. The biggest mistake you can make is to have a vision without a plan. If you want your goals to come to life, you need to break them down into actionable steps. It's the difference between wanting to run a marathon and actually creating a schedule that gets you there. Here's what you need to do. Create a roadmap, set clear, specific goals for where you want to go, and break them down into manageable tasks. You don't need to know every step ahead of time, but you do need to start. When you focus on the small steps, you'll make steady progress. And remember, the road will get tough. There will be times when things don't go as planned. There's always the question of committed to your plan is what will separate you from everyone else who gives up when the going gets rough. Here's something most people don't tell you. The road to success isn't a straight line. It's messy, it's full of detours, roadblocks, and unexpected turns. And that's okay. You can't just charge ahead blindly and expect to make it. Regular reflection is essential for staying on course. Reflecting on your progress helps you see what's working and what's not. It gives you the chance to adjust your approach without losing sight of your ultimate goal. If things aren't going as planned, don't panic. Take a step back, reevaluate, and adjust. This is where pivoting comes in. Adjust your strategy, not your goal. You can tweak your approach without abandoning what you're working toward. Reflection is a powerful tool that helps you keep learning, evolving, and getting closer to your destination. The more you reflect, the better your next steps will be. Let's face it, setbacks will happen. No one gets through this journey without facing a few bumps in the road. The key to success isn't avoiding setbacks, it's how you respond to them. Setbacks don't define you, your response does. When life gets tough, it's easy to want to quit, to throw in the towel, but that's when you need to push through the most. Here's the truth, every setback is an opportunity for growth. Each time you stumble, you have a chance to learn something valuable. It's in the failures that we learn resilience. The most successful people didn't get there by avoiding setbacks. They got there by bouncing back stronger each time. Self-compassion is also key. When you slip up, be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with the same understanding and encouragement you'd give to a friend. The principle is simple: never quit. When you stay consistent despite the setbacks, you will win. It's the small daily actions that will lead you to big success. It's easy to get caught up in wishing for change, waiting for the perfect moment. But let me tell you something, you're never going to feel ready for everything. Success doesn't come to those who wait, it comes to those who take action. Now is the time to start moving, to create control, and to take charge of your life. The power is in your hands. Your success is determined by what you do today, not tomorrow. So stop waiting, stop making excuses, and take action now. Small steps, big results. Start today. You've learned a lot today, but here's the truth. Information alone won't change your life. The real difference happens when you stop just listening and start taking action. It's time to stop waiting for change to come to you and instead take control of your future. What you've gained today isn't just more knowledge, it's a mindset shift. It's about changing how you see your life, your potential, and the choices you make. It's the beginning of a new way of thinking, a new way of living, and a new path to success. The power to create the life you've always dreamed of has always been within you, and today is your starting point. The time is now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. That moment will never come. Your future is being built by the actions you take today, not tomorrow. It's time to step forward, take control, and claim your transformation. This isn't just another lecture or a fleeting moment of motivation. What we've discussed is a roadmap to the life you desire. It's a guide, not just to learn, but to do. What you've learned today is more than just facts. It's about shifting your mindset and reshaping your actions. It's about looking at yourself and your situation with fresh eyes, seeing the possibilities instead of the barriers. The power is yours. The key to your success isn't out there, it's in your hands. Today is the moment when everything changes, and it's up to you to unlock that change. This is your moment. Don't wait for anyone or anything else to tell you it's time. The time to act is now. If you keep waiting for the right time, you'll be waiting forever. It's time to create your own right now. Once you take the first step, there's no going back. The life you've been dreaming of starts with this decision. You've unlocked the power within you to create the future you deserve. Now go and live it. Your future self will thank you. The decisions you make today will shape the person you become tomorrow. Make them count.